Today I'm going to be talking about time-based manipulation. And what I mean by that is that there will be certain price manipulation during a certain time in the market. So for example, New York session for indices, it's from 8:30 to 11. And during this time, you'll find that the market will tend to manipulate price before traveling to its intended target. So I took a trade on Wednesday, which is the 17th of July. And there were a couple of lower time frame manipulation that happened during the New York session. And I'm going to be diving into that with you guys today. But before that, I wanted to show you what I do before breaking down, or rather taking that trade execution. So I do my trading analysis on the hourly time frame. It helps me determine the higher time frame bias of where I think price is going to go. And we can see here, since the start of July, price has been making a bullish move towards the upside before sweeping liquidity here and displacing downwards. Now, this is telling me that smart money is willing to take price lower, and it's a potential market maker sell model. Because why? Because price has been traveling up here, leaving sell side liquidity. Here, there are a couple of levels here. I'm just going to do a couple so you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even here as well, there's one. So what I mean by market maker sell model is that there will be price traveling towards the upside, manipulate, displacement, accumulation, distribution, and before that there will always be a manipulation. So this liquidity rate here is considered a manipulation. Another one here, another one here. So time is fractal. You see this on the hourly time frame, you see this on the 50-minute time frame, so on and so forth. And you will also see this on the 1-minute time frame. So as we can see here, price is traveling towards the sell side liquidity. I'm looking for price to potentially take these levels here. Why? Because price has already showed us and tipped his hand by displacing down here, taking up all and sweeping all the sell stops or stop losses here. And I think with this displacement that's happening right now, it's potentially looking to travel all the way down to this level here. So on Wednesday, I trade normally the New York Killzone from 9:30 to 11:30. Typically it's from 8:30 to 11, but that's the time that I'm comfortable with. My data tells me that during that time, more of my setups will occur for me. So on the hourly time frame, I'm potentially looking for the price to fill this 1 hour fair value gap here, right? And potentially punch through that, filling and meeting sell side liquidity target here at 20064. Now, if we go down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see 8:30 open. Price is looking to go down. So at 9:30 open, I'm still monitoring this rather on the 5-minute time frame. And what do I mean by time-based manipulation? So time-based manipulation, like I said before, the market will send price to its intended target, but also it will manipulate during certain time of day. And this instance is the New York session, New York Killzone rather. So we can see here at 8:30, price traveled all the way down. But before that, we can see there was a 5-minute fair value gap here. And could you tell me whether there's a manipulation here or not? Well, in the 5-minute, it's not super clear, but if we dive down to the 1-minute time frame, what do we see? It becomes even more detailed. So 8:30 open, price comes here. It went down this way with displacement. How do we know it's displacement? Because we can see fair value gaps here and here as well. It's a tiny one. I can't really extend it, but I'll try my best to do it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's the 1-minute fair value gap. And another one here. So like I said before, 8:30 open, time-based manipulation. That's when the New York session starts. what happens? So before price displays downwards, what do we see? On the hourly time frame, we saw manipulation. You could also see this on the 1 minute time frame, so manipulation here. So this is buy side liquidity, right? It swept that level before traveling downwards. Same here as well. We've got all this liquidity sitting here. It purged this level, running into that 1 minute fair value gap. This one, before going down again. Now, I told you guys I normally trade on a 9:30 opening time. Why? Because 9:30 is when equities open. I like to see information that has, been displayed to me first in order for me to make an informed decision. I like to be informed. I like to see what price has been doing. That will give me a better chance of a higher probability trade. So at 9:30, you will once again see there was manipulation again before traveling downwards. Manipulation here, right? Why do I say it's here? Because you can see before price displaced downwards, it poked up here first, stopping and grabbing all stop losses before running down again, right? So you can see price did not break this level yet. It did not displace, but let's play on and let's have a look. There we go. On the 1 minute time frame, as I was monitoring on it, it displaced downwards. Now, two things can happen here. So it can either displace and make its way down here towards this hourly sell side liquidity like I've plotted before, or it could be a manipulation to trick retail traders to sell here before going up again. But let's see. You can see it's heavily displacing downwards. It's already created a 1 minute fair value gap. In fact, two, right? Two of them. Let's keep on playing. Let's see where it's going. I'm still not going to take a trade yet because I want to trade in an area of value, right? I want to trade in an area of value. So because what if you take a trade here, right? You're going to tell me where you going to put your stop loss. Like for me, I ain't going to take my trade here because if I was to trade here, my stop loss would at least need to be here, and that risk to reward is just not good. It's not attractive for me. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Now we can see price continue to displace down, but I'm still not seeing any manipulation. Now, what do we want to see? What I want to see if I'm already intended, what I'm going to say is if I'm looking for price to be bearish, I will wait for price to take up, or rather take a level of buy side first before going down. So no raid, no trade for me. I need to see price to raid a certain high before taking my position. So I'm still waiting on this. So heaps of fair value gap. I'm still not taking because patience pays and I don't want to be caught offside. So you can see here price is still going down, Finally displaced upwards. Still waiting, still looking. So you can see here price left a bullish fair value gap. So hard to do it when you're on a small time frame, isn't it? So I'm still not looking to trade yet because why? Because we use a fib. If we use a fib to track this, the algorithm and how it plays out is that more often than not, if it's a bearish move, price will normally retrace into a premium, which is above equilibrium of 0.5, at least into the 61.8 mark, before going down again. That is a better value trade. So let's check out to see where price is going to be retracing to. We've also identified there was a lower time frame buy side liquidity here. So let's see, let's check it out. Price is still sort of zigzagging. Now, why do you think price is making this jagged move towards the upside? I'll tell you one hint: liquidity. Because it's generating liquidity here. These jagged moves, it's creating levels of liquidity which price will potentially want to run in the near future. So it's created all these sell side liquidity here. Not gonna plot this all, it's just gonna take too much time, but I want to take note of this particular one here, the one I've highlighted in bold, because there are more buy stops here that retail traders place, or stop losses. So let's continue. Look, displays downwards. I'm still not gonna be trading this because it's still hasn't reached my intended level of discount yet, right? Still waiting. That's fine. You can see price displays upwards again. It's still not showing its hand. It's not showing what I want. Just keep on going. Still not doing anything. So now, okay, what are we doing? So now price is actually traveling into discount. But look, I'm still not really convinced yet because I know it has swept liquidity here, but it still isn't giving me enough evidence for price to want it to go down, because it hasn't swept. It has swept this liquidity, but this is the main liquidity level that I'm looking for it to go to. And furthermore, if I was to put a risk to reward here, it would be not bad if I place it all the way up here, but it'd still be 1.5. I normally try and get at least 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So I'm just going to leave that there to see where price wants to go. Displaced downwards, displaced, but still going back up again. Okay, now we can see that price has hit this level. Now just let me take away some of the lines here. Make it easy. I'm going to take that away as well. 1 to 1.59, that's not what I want. So now price has swept this liquidity level here. But before taking that, I want to see displacement towards the downside. That's when I know the market wants to go where it wants to go. And furthermore, we can see that, look at these. Look at these liquidity levels, or rather sell side liquidity levels here. Price will just run them through like a hot knife through butter. So, okay, it has gone all the way up there. Let's keep on moving. Price has closed below this candle. Now I'm interested. Okay, now price has significantly displaced towards the downside. It's taken out this level. Where do you think it wants to go? You probably want to take out these levels, right? You probably want to take out this one here, this one here, this one here, and ultimately this one right here. Furthermore, we have gone way above the 0.5 mark. We're in a discount. So this was where I placed my trade. I placed my trade here. My stop loss was around, well, seeing that it manipulated already, excuse me, just had my lunch, I'm going to put my stop loss just around here because it manipulated, more likely isn't going to go up there. And now this is looking better. It actually gives me a 2.17 trade. So I took my trade here because it significantly displaced downwards. It also created an order block. And if you want to be quite specific about it, this is a ICT 2022 model. Why? Because it traveled all the way up here, upside, poke up, displace downwards. This could also be a market structure shift. All right, so let's keep on playing. Where's price going to go? Keeps on going. It already displaced. This is accumulation. Accumulate. Still, you know, what is it? Why is market doing that? Because it's generating liquidity both sides. But ultimately, price will definitely be attracted to here because of high time frame bias. There we go. Now, one thing about the trade that I took was I trade from 9:30 to 11:30. So I generally try and close my positions before that, right? And I'm going to show you guys my positions now. So this is the 5-minute time frame. I've put in some annotations. Time-based manipulation, like I said, in summary, this green box here is the New York Killzone. You can see price swept here, swept liquidity, poked upwards first before traveling downwards. Liquidity rate into that 5-minute fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame. You can see buy side liquidity being purged before traveling down again. So these were my executions. So on the 1-minute time frame, it becomes even more detailed. See, time-based manipulation, 9:30 before going down, where its intended target is, sell side liquidity here, it poked upwards before going down. Same thing, like I told you guys, before going down, it poked upwards again, before traveling down, displacing towards the downside, indicating smart money is looking to take price further more to the downside. Again here, before going down all the way here, look, liquidity that has been previously generated by smart money, it poked up again, inducing buyers before traveling down. So I took my trade off here because it was about 11 o'clock and I wasn't willing to just hold a trade for too long. This trade was entered by mistake. I closed off at break even. But the idea of today's video is not about showing how good my trade is or how I closed it. I just wanted to show you guys the importance of trading within a certain time session and how price will manipulate during those times. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Drop a comment if you guys like this kind of content. Shoot me a question in the comment section as well below. I'll catch you guys in the next one.